On one end, I aspire to become fully self-employed and achieve a state of sovereignty, a state in which I have control over my life, making money on my own terms, deciding what I want my daily schedule to look like, all without having to consider a preset routine imposed by external forces. But as someone who is in Gen Z, it's quite difficult to find an equilibrium between both of these. It's a classical paradox of choice. You need money to fund memories. To get money, you need time. To create memories, you also need time. That loop is what traps us. In this economy, we end up stuck between both. Either we use our youthful, capable bodies to become a mush of corporate guinea pigs, or we take what's left of our somewhat healthy bodies to explore the world, to discover the beautiful and most daunting things in life through all of our senses. Yet, when we present this idea to our elders, we're handed some antiquated jargon, such as, pull yourself up by your bootstraps. It's not like the boomer generation, where one income was enough to comfortably cover life's basics and even luxuries. Nowadays, one income barely covers our needs. Maslow called them our psychological needs: food, water, shelter, sleep, clothing, and nowadays that's pretty much what most jobs buy you. Yet we crave more than that. We crave memories. We crave lives full of spontaneity, loving relationships, hobbies, events, all the stuff that sends our oxytocin and serotonin spiking. And quite honestly, lately I've thought a lot about some of my best memories and some of my biggest checks. And 10 times out of 10, I value my memories more than some digital number punched in by a payroll employee in exchange for my time. I do understand some people generally love their jobs. They tap dance out of bed to get to their offices. That just hasn't been my experience. Thankfully, I've got a job now that in the simplest terms doesn't suck, but it's quite monotonous, and I still find myself in this melancholic state quite often while working jobs that aren't creative or my own. I don't have an issue with jobs themselves. I just take issue with the social contract we've built around them. One where I'm expected to trade 40 hours and, quite often more, hours of my week for the bare minimums of life. Sure, learning a high-income skill can make you more money. And yes, that's smart. But that doesn't fix the core issue I'm trying to address. It's just a band-aid. The way I've been working on escaping this mental prison is by finding some kind of balance. 4 to 5 days out the week, I stay as productive as possible. And on my days off, I work on what recharges the soul, the side projects that eventually will become my escape. And I try to explore or learn something new every day. I've also learned that I have full control over my life. There's nothing holding me back from walking away from the things that kill my soul. Now, I stay optimistic about it all. I am working on building this type of confidence, a delusional confidence, because nowadays, if you want to make it, you've got to have a little bit of delusion to you. It's kind of funny, right? Older generations could build great lives on realism alone. But now the only way to live a remarkable life is to be delusionally confident in yourself. In the current spot Gen Z millennials are in, I think it's a mistake to be a realist. To think like prior generations. To believe pure logic and realism still works. Example, degree equals automatic job. Hard work equals good income. Yeah, go ahead and ask a freaking coal miner how that's played out. Give her roses equals long-term fruitful commitment, and so on and so forth. Even though we face these issues as a generation, and everyone says there's some inevitable collapse coming, I still feel quite optimistic about it all. I truly believe we will find balance, and many of us will receive from the universe everything we've ever asked for. It's all about adapting to the new landscape and learning how to thrive within it. It's just natural selection doing its job, eliminating the ones who refuse to adapt. And I'll end off with this, as Confucius put it best. Every man has 2 lives. The second one begins when he realizes he only has one.